how was your day and how has it been for a while? We have not had our training, and it's it has been a lot, um, even wastages because the money we do subscription sometimes go wasted because we are not doing training. And this training we have been trying to connect, it has been giving us some technical challenges. But thank God we're here. So I want to welcome all of you for today's training. And for those of you that sat for um, PACE education, I think you have gotten your certificate. And then for those of you that did marital conflict and mediation, the examination is tomorrow by 9 p.m. So if you are registered for the marital conflict mediation and you have participated in the training, get ready for tomorrow's examination by 9 p.m. All right. Today we are introducing a new course, and this course is centered on diversity management. Diversity management. This is what we are going to do for this training and for this month. This month we are focusing on diversity management. All right. So we're focusing on diversity management. This is what we're going to do for this month. Diversity management. Um, so I would like to welcome all of you for this our free training. This is the free training being provided by the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management for our followers on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you have been following us on Facebook and YouTube, you are entitled and you are qualified to apply for this or to participate in this training. Or you have been following us on any of our social media handles, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, you are qualified to be part of this training. So I would like to welcome all of you for today's training. My name is Ambassador Tahu Joshua. I'm the registrar of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management. And the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management is expanding, right? We have the country executives being formed in the countries of Cameroon, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Ethiopia, and Zambia. We have the functional team in those countries, and then we also have in Namibia. All right, Namibia, yeah, they are also functioning. So we are still expanding, and then we also have Uganda. All right, Uganda as well. So they are expanding. We are expanding. So very soon, those country offices will start also functioning and doing a lot of activities for the institution in their various and respective countries. Once they have finished with all the formal legalities they have to do in the country, there they can start operation in full. So I want to appreciate all of you that have been joining us, and now it's getting closer to you than ever. Before it was far, but now with this, for those of you that fall in these countries that have called, at least now you have something close to you. Do you understand? And then you can get involved. So thank you very much for always being a part of this program. We appreciate all of you. All right. So diversity management. All right. All right. So we will like to look at in this unit one, we're going to look at the definition and the importance of diversity management. And what is going to be our learning objectives? We are going to look at it that participants should be able to define diversity, and then also what diversity management is also about. Explain why diversity management is important for our organizations and in countries because um, and then also identify changes that arise in diversity management, right? So provide real world examples of diversity management in various settings. So this is what we expect you to do at the end of this training, all right? So when we talk about diversity, a lot of things comes to mind, all right? When we talk about diversity, a lot of things come to mind, and then and what are those things that always come to mind? If I will have to ask you, I'm looking at your comment section. All right, I'm looking at your comment section. Um, yeah, I can see Nela. Pussy, one of our executives from the sector. Yeah, she's our national liaison and grant officer in Lesotho. All right. So, Nela, Pussy, you're welcome. Appreciate you. And then Zambia, we have James Gino Zulu. You're welcome. So we have Fidelis Hafungwa, you're welcome. I appreciate all of you for taking time to be part of this training. So if I may ask, just type in the comment section. I'm looking at your comment section, right? So if I may ask you, what comes to your mind when we talk about diversity? Diversity. Right? I'm not talking about diversity management now. I'm talking about diversity. When we talk about diversity, what comes into your mind? What first comes into your mind? Yeah. From Zambia, Esther, you're welcome. And then Bucci from Chino, so you're welcome. So when we talk about diversity management, what comes into your mind? I would like to hear your view. Just type your comment and send it, and I can see it. All right. Yes, Mohammed Yahya from Nigeria, you're welcome. So what comes into your mind when we talk about diversity? Diversity. All right. Any answer? I'm looking at your comment section. Once you drop it, I will see it so that I can read it out. All right. Whether at the country level or at the organizational level, when we talk about diversity, what comes into your mind? I'm looking at your comment section. I want your participation. I want to get you engaged so that I will also learn from you as much as you are learning from me. All right. Maybe I will. By the time we brought our this thing, our screen touch board for this training. So maybe when we are using that, we can allow you to record your voice and send. We can play it out and others will listen to it. All right. So that is it. So when we talk about diversity management or diversity, what does that mean? I'm not talking about diverting. I'm talking about diversity. Diversity is different from diverting. When you say change or turn things the other way, that's you are talking about diverting. I'm not talking about diverting. I'm talking about diversity. All right, James. Diverting is changing things or turning things the other way. That is diverting. But when we talk about diversity, okay, what are we talking about? All right. All right. Since people are not responding, let's continue. All right. Um, but I'll ask you a question. All right. Which aspect of diversity do you think is most important in a workplace? I'm giving you options. Which diversity Which aspect of diversity? Okay, Bucci Chinonso is saying something. Saying people from, yes, Bucci is saying that people from different backgrounds based on religion, ethnicity, orientation, and race working together. That is Bucci's uh, contribution, and that's very very correct. All right, somebody else is saying something here as well. Um, Mr. Robert is saying looking at things or approaching things from different perspectives in an inclusive manner. This is what Mr. Robert is saying. Yeah, let me see what our national um, liaison and grant officer representing Lesotho is saying. Nela Fusi is saying people from different backgrounds. You're talking about people from different backgrounds, you know, coming together to work together. All right. Now let me just ask you a question now. Which aspect of diversity do you think is most important in a workplace? Which aspect of diversity do you think is the most important in workplace? I'm going to give you options. We have a cultural diversity, we have gender diversity, we have racial or ethnicity diversity, and then we have age diversity, we have disability inclusion. Now I'm coming again. All right. Which of which aspect of diversity do you think is most important in a workplace? Number A is cultural diversity, B gender diversity, C racial ethnicity diversity, age diversity, disability inclusion. All right. Which one do you think is the most important in the workplace? Cultural diversity, gender diversity, racial ethnic diversity, age diversity, age diversity and disability inclusion. Which one um is the most important? Yes, Bucci is saying gender diversity. Who is? I'm trying to take a poll. So if I have the majority will carry the vote, but Bucci is saying uh, we talking about gender diversity as the most important in workplace. Yes, Babatunde Adeleke is saying is cultural diversity. Babatunde is saying it's cultural diversity that is the most important in workplace. Bucci say is gender diversity. So we have one each. So which one is the most important? All right, I want to hear from you. We have cultural diversity, gender diversity. We have ethnic diversity or racial diversity. We have so I want to see um Fidelis Fidelis I say gender and age. Okay, so we still have gender like two. Okay. Stephen Chuku Kora is saying that we have cultural diversity. So gender and cultural diversity are going pari passu now. 2-2. Okay, I believe gender and disability. Someone else is saying here that he believes gender and disability inclusion. All right, that is Walker. He's saying they're the most important. So you can see that gender is still playing, coming out, yes. And then James Zulu is saying um, gender diversity. All right. Karen is saying, okay. Nana is saying, okay. James is saying gender diversity. Abubakar is saying gender diversity. Nana is saying cultural diversity. All right. Musa is saying cultural diversity. Um, Kayode is saying cultural diversity is prevalent in workplaces. Yes, I'm saying cultural diversity and gender diversity. All right. Um, one thing I wanted to understand is uh, you can see that. Um, so now, if I may ask, that why do you think cultural diversity or gender diversity is the most important? Why do you think you? Why do you think so? Why do you think that cultural diversity or gender diversity is very, very important or is the most important in the workplace? All right. All right. Now let's look at it. Let's look at it this way. Your responses may not be totally wrong. It may depends on where you're coming from. All right. Your responses may not be totally wrong. It may depend on where you're coming from. In countries like Nigeria, for instance, cultural diversity may be the most important. But in countries like, let's take for instance, like countries like Scotland, countries like Iceland, all right, cultural diversity may not be the most important, but gender diversity may be the most important aspect. Do you understand? So it depends on the country where you're coming from because in Nigeria we have a multiple cultural backgrounds, and this plays a very, very vital influence in our workplaces more than gender. Do you understand? Nobody cares about man and woman so much, but in countries like ours, like Nigeria, the most important factor is our cultural diversity. It plays a very important role. But in countries like maybe Europe, America, and the rest of them, what plays a vital role is not cultural diversity but gender diversity. So it depends on your location and your experience and your exposure. You understand? So that's why I say that your response was not totally wrong because it depends on your exposure. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So now let's define what diversity is. All right, let's define what diversity is. What is diversity? Diversity, we say, it refers to the presence of differences in a given setting. These differences, you know, can be race and ethnicity issues like African, Asian, Hispanic, Caucasian. Do you understand? These are diversity. All right. We say diversity refers to what the presence of differences in given settings. All right. So in a given setting, once you see different backgrounds, different peoples coming together, or in terms of race, in terms of maybe black, white, you know, and all of that. And then also ethnicity, see different people, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbos, you understand? And then all the Negroes, the and the rest of them, you understand? So all of those things matters, right? Then we'll talk about gender and gender identity, right? Male, female, and non-binary. Now we have something called non-binary. I don't know what that means. You understand? I don't know what it means actually, but I know that we have male and female. So I don't know what is non-binary. People who don't want to identify with any of this. All right, but we see it happening. We're having it. All right. All right. So then we have age, younger or older employees. You can see that either at the country level or at the organizational level, you see older people and younger people still working in the same place. Do you understand? So then we talk about religion. Yes, our belief systems. All right, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism. All of these are religion. All right, and people practice them. All right, in their respective countries and cultural affinities, and of course, this find its way. They follow us into our workplaces. Do you understand? They follow us in our workplaces, and if you look at the Islamic religion, in fact, it's been interwoven with every aspect of their lives: schools, education, workplaces, markets. They have once it's time for prayers, they go. Do you understand? Once it's time for the prayers, they go. Do you understand? So that is it. So if you go to visit their offices when it's prayer time, and you have to wait, they pray and come back. Do you understand? Why for the Christians, we have our Sundays mostly, which is over the weekends and all of that. And then some people have midweek services, but which is mostly in the evening after work. Do you understand? So this is how these religions are playing part in our various endeavors. Do you understand? In our various lives